Good day, everyone. There's a quiet strength in holding your truth close, in protecting the work of your hands and heart until it's ready to be shared with the world. But in today's culture of oversharing, where social media has become a stage and we often perform our lives rather than live them, this can feel counterintuitive. Let me ask you, how often have you started something meaningful only to feel doubt creep in because of someone else's opinion? How many dreams have we let slip through our fingers because we handed them over to someone else's scrutiny too soon? Today, I want to explore why there's power in holding back, in letting our actions speak louder than our words, and in learning to stand tall in the quiet confidence of our efforts. Think of your ideas and efforts as seeds, small and full of potential. When you plant a seed in the soil, you don't immediately pull it out to show others. You don't expose it to harsh sunlight, heavy rains, or curious hands before it has had the chance to develop roots. No, you cover it carefully, water it consistently, and shield it from harm until it is strong enough to grow on its own. This is exactly how you must treat your work when it's in its earliest stages. When you're building something new, whether it's a project, a business, or even a personal goal, it exists in a delicate state. At this stage, it's vulnerable to criticism, doubt, and even your own insecurities. Sharing your work prematurely can invite external forces to disrupt its natural development. And sometimes even the most well-meaning advice or feedback can feel like a storm to a sprouting idea. It's not just about protecting your work from others, though. Protecting your work also means shielding yourself. Your creative energy is finite, and exposing your efforts too soon can drain that energy before your work has fully taken shape. Every idea you share, every conversation you have about your plans requires emotional investment. If you spread yourself too thin by constantly explaining, justifying, or defending your vision, you may find yourself depleted before you've even begun to realize your full potential. Another danger of early exposure is that it can give others the opportunity to impose their fears and limitations onto your dreams. If someone else can't see your vision, they might unintentionally project their own doubts and insecurities onto you. They may ask, "Why would you do that?" or say, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" These questions, though sometimes innocent, can make you question yourself and diminish your confidence. Keeping your work protected doesn't mean you're being secretive or selfish. It's an act of stewardship. It's about giving yourself the time and space to think clearly, experiment freely, and fail safely without the weight of outside opinions. It's about allowing your work to grow strong enough to stand on its own before inviting others to interact with it. Remember, when you keep your work to yourself for a time, you're not hiding, you're incubating. This stage is where creativity flourishes, unbothered by external judgment. It's where you can refine your ideas, make mistakes, and adjust your course without feeling like you owe anyone an explanation. So nurture your work with care, hold it close. Protect it from unnecessary exposure until you feel confident in its strength. And when the time comes to share it with the world, it will stand tall, unshaken, and ready to thrive. In a world that constantly demands affirmation, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking validation from others. We want people to like our ideas, approve of our decisions, and praise our efforts. It feels good to be seen and acknowledged. But the truth is, relying on external validation is a shaky foundation for anything meaningful in life. Validation from others can feel empowering, but it's fleeting. What happens when the applause stops or when the approval doesn't come at all? If your confidence is tied to what others think, you'll find yourself riding a constant emotional roller coaster. One moment you feel invincible because someone complimented your work, and the next you're filled with doubt because someone else questioned it. This cycle can leave you feeling drained and directionless, unable to trust your own instincts. True validation must come from within. It's about building a deep, unshakable belief in yourself and your purpose. This internal validation is like a lighthouse that stays steady, guiding you through rough seas, regardless of what storms may come. It's the kind of belief that doesn't waver when others misunderstand you or fail to see the value in what you're doing. Why is this so important? Because not everyone will understand your vision or your journey. And that's okay. Your work and your dreams are yours for a reason. They've been placed on your heart because you're the one equipped to bring them to life. If you constantly look to others for approval, you risk diluting your vision to fit their expectations. You may even abandon your dreams altogether simply because someone else didn't validate them. And learning to find validation within yourself requires intentional effort. It starts with knowing your why. Why are you doing this work? Why does it matter to you? When you're clear about your reasons and grounded in your purpose, you're less likely to seek external approval. Your why becomes your anchor, keeping you steady even when others don't understand or agree. Another important step is developing self-trust. Trust that you have what it takes to figure things out. Trust that your ideas are valuable even if they don't fit conventional molds. Trust that you can handle setbacks and challenges without needing someone else to reassure you. This kind of trust isn't built overnight, but with every small win and every moment of perseverance, it grows stronger. It's also essential to redefine success on your own terms. External validation often comes with society's definitions of success, money, status, recognition. But what if success for you is simply about creating something meaningful or living in alignment with your values? When you define success for yourself, you free yourself from the need for others to validate your achievements. Remember that internal validation isn't about isolating yourself or ignoring constructive feedback. It's about being selective in what voices you allow to influence you. Seek advice from those who have earned your trust, those who genuinely want to see you grow, but don't let every opinion hold equal weight. At the end of the day, your voice should be the loudest in your own mind. When validation comes from within, you carry a quiet confidence that doesn't demand approval from the world. You move forward not because someone else told you to, but because you believe in what you're doing. And that kind of confidence is magnetic. It inspires others, not by seeking their praise, but by standing firm in your truth. So let go of the need for constant external validation. Turn inward. Cultivate the strength to believe in yourself, even when no one else does. When you do, you'll find that your work becomes more authentic, your path becomes clearer, and your life becomes richer. There's a profound energy that comes from working in silence. It's in these quiet moments away from the noise and distractions of the world that real progress is made. Silence isn't just the absence of sound, it's the presence of focus, discipline, and purpose. When you keep your efforts private, you allow yourself the space to concentrate fully on what truly matters. Silence creates a buffer between you and the external world, of space where your creativity can breathe, your ideas can evolve, and your momentum can build without interference. It's in this space that your work gains strength, clarity, and direction. Momentum is a delicate force. It's built slowly, one step at a time through consistent effort, but it's also easily disrupted. Imagine rolling a boulder up a hill. Each push takes energy, focus, and commitment. If you stop too often to explain what you're doing or seek approval from others, you lose the rhythm and flow that's essential to reaching the top. The same is true of your work. Every time you pause to share your progress, you risk interrupting the momentum that's driving you forward. Sharing too soon can also create unnecessary pressure. When you tell others what you're working on, their expectations can feel like an additional weight. Suddenly, your work isn't just about fulfilling your vision, it's about meeting their standards or living up to their praise. This pressure can slow you down, distract you, or even make you second-guess your choices. In silence, however, you're free to explore, experiment, and make mistakes without the fear of judgment. Another benefit of working quietly is that it allows you to focus on the process rather than the outcome. When you're constantly updating others on your progress, it's easy to become fixated on results. You might start measuring your success by how impressed people are or how much recognition you receive. But true momentum comes from loving the work itself, from finding joy and purpose in each small step forward. Silence helps you stay connected to this deeper motivation. Momentum thrives in silence because silence fosters resilience. Without the noise of outside opinions, you can hear your own thoughts more clearly. You can identify what's working, adjust what isn't, and stay aligned with your goals. You build confidence not from applause, but from knowing you've put in the effort day after day. This self-reliance is a powerful force that keeps you moving forward, even when challenges arise. It's important to remember that working in silence doesn't mean working in isolation. It means being selective about who you share your progress with. Choose people who truly support you, those who will encourage you without distracting you, who will offer constructive feedback without taking over your vision. These trusted confidants can help you maintain your momentum rather than disrupt it. Eventually, there will come a time to share your work with the world. But when you've built your momentum in silence, you'll be ready. Your work will stand strong because it has been developed with care, free from the noise of unnecessary opinions and expectations. And when you finally reveal what you've accomplished, the impact will speak for itself. So embrace the quiet. Let the silence be your sanctuary and your strength. Protect your momentum by focusing on the work, not the performance. Trust that the effort you put in behind the scenes will pay off in ways far greater than immediate recognition. Because in the end, it's not the noise that drives you forward, it's the steady, silent rhythm of progress that leads to success. Your vision is deeply personal. It's rooted in your unique experiences, values, and dreams. It's a reflection of who you are and the purpose you feel called to fulfill. Yet, despite its clarity to you, not everyone will understand it. And that's okay. In fact, it's normal. When you have a vision, whether it's for your life, your career, or a specific project, it often challenges conventional thinking. It's a glimpse of what could be, not what is. That means it exists outside of the realm of what most people are familiar with. It might be too ambitious for some, too unconventional for others, or simply beyond their capacity to see. And because of this, you may encounter skepticism, confusion, or even resistance when you try to share your vision with others. It's important to recognize that this lack of understanding doesn't diminish the value of your vision. People view the world through their own lenses, shaped by their beliefs, experiences, and fears. If someone doesn't understand your vision, it often says more about their perspective than it does about the validity of your ideas. For example, someone who has never taken a leap of faith may struggle to grasp why you're pursuing a bold, uncertain path. Someone who values stability above all else might question why you're willing to take risks. Their doubt doesn't mean your vision is flawed, it simply means they can't see what you see. And that's not their fault, nor is it your responsibility to make them understand. This is why it's crucial to guard your vision. When you share it with people who aren't ready to receive it, you expose it to criticism that can shake your confidence. You might find yourself defending your ideas, explaining your motives, or justifying your decisions. This can be draining and at times discouraging. Instead of pouring your energy into convincing others, focus on nurturing your vision and moving it forward. Your vision doesn't need universal approval to thrive. Some of the greatest achievements in history were initially misunderstood or dismissed. Innovators, creators, and leaders often face skepticism because they see things that others cannot. They pursue possibilities that others don't believe exist. What sets them apart is their ability to stay committed to their vision, even when others doubt them. Staying committed to your vision requires inner strength. It means trusting yourself and the process even when the path ahead is unclear. It means leaning into your why, the deeper purpose that drives you. When your why is strong enough, it can sustain you through moments of doubt, both your own and others. It's also helpful to seek out those who do understand your vision. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you constructively, and believe in your potential. These individuals don't need to fully grasp every detail of your vision. They simply need to support your journey. Their encouragement can act as a buffer against negativity and provide you with the motivation to keep going. But remember, even if no one fully understands your vision, it doesn't make it any less valid. Your vision was given to you for a reason. It's yours to develop, nurture, and bring to life. The world may not understand it now, but that doesn't mean it won't appreciate it later. Think of your vision as a painting. When it's in its early stages, it might look like random brushstrokes to an outside observer. But as you continue to work on it, the picture becomes clearer, the colors more vibrant, and the message undeniable. One day, those who doubted you may look at the finished masterpiece and finally see what you saw all along. So don't let the lack of understanding from others deter you. Stay focused, stay persistent, and stay true to your vision. Not everyone will understand it, but that's not their role. Your role is to believe in it enough to see it through. Because when you do, you'll prove that the vision was worth it, and you were the one who made it possible. The old saying, action speaks louder than words, holds a timeless truth. Words are powerful, yes, but without action, they remain hollow promises, unfulfilled dreams, and missed opportunities. In a world where talk is often cheap and plentiful, it's action that sets people apart. It's what you do, not what you say, that defines your character and shapes your destiny. Talking about your plans can feel good. Sharing your ideas can bring temporary validation or excitement. But words alone don't build anything tangible. You can talk about starting a business, writing a book, or improving your health, but until you act on those intentions, they remain abstract concepts. Action is what turns ideas into reality. It's the bridge between dreaming and doing. Why does action carry so much weight? Because it demonstrates commitment. Anyone can speak about what they intend to do, but taking action requires effort, sacrifice, and perseverance. It's easy to say, I'm going to start working out. But it's the person who gets up early and hits the gym that truly embodies that goal. It's easy to declare, I'm building my own company, but it's the one putting in late nights, solving problems, and making tough decisions who's actually moving forward. When you act, you send a powerful message not just to others, but to yourself. Your actions say, I'm serious about this. I'm willing to invest my time, energy, and resources to make this happen. This builds momentum and reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Each small step forward becomes a proof point that you're capable and committed. In contrast, when you talk more than you act, you risk diluting your focus and credibility. Sharing your plans too soon can create a false sense of accomplishment. The brain rewards us with a small dose of satisfaction when we talk about our goals, tricking us into feeling like we've made progress when we haven't. This can lead to complacency or procrastination. Moreover, excessive talk can invite unnecessary scrutiny. When you tell everyone what you're planning, you open yourself up to opinions, doubts, and critiques that can derail your motivation. People may question your ideas, unintentionally sowing seeds of uncertainty. By focusing on action instead of words, you protect your vision and build quietly without the noise of external judgment. Actions are also universal. While words can be misinterpreted or misunderstood, actions are clear and undeniable. You don't have to convince people of your commitment, they'll see it in the results you produce. A person who consistently shows up, works hard, and delivers doesn't need to boast about their efforts. Their actions speak for themselves, creating a reputation of reliability and excellence. Furthermore, actions inspire others. People are moved not by what you claim you'll do, but by what you actually achieve. Your efforts and results can serve as a beacon, motivating those around you to pursue their own goals. When you lead by example, you demonstrate the power of persistence and dedication in a way that words never could. To live by the principle that action speaks louder than words, start by doing more and talking less. Set clear goals and break them down into actionable steps. Focus on consistency rather than perfection. You don't have to take massive leaps every day. Small, deliberate actions compound over time to create significant results. Also, resist the urge to seek validation through words. Instead of announcing your plans, let your progress do the talking. Trust that your actions will communicate your intentions and your results will showcase your capabilities. Remember, every time you act, you're building credibility, not just with others, but with yourself. You're proving that you're someone who follows through, someone who doesn't just dream, but does. Over time, these actions become habits, and these habits shape the life you want to create. So let your actions lead the way. Be known not for what you say you'll do, but for what you actually accomplish. Let your results speak volumes, creating a legacy of effort, excellence, and impact. Because in the end, it's not the promises you make that matter, it's the promises you keep through the power of your actions. Your journey, every step, stumble, and triumph is a sacred path that deserves your deepest respect. It is not merely a sequence of events leading to a destination. It is the essence of your growth, resilience, and becoming. Too often, we rush through our journey, fixated on the future, overlooking the value of the present. But the truth is, the journey itself is where the transformation happens. To revere your journey means to acknowledge its importance, even when it feels mundane or challenging. It's easy to celebrate the big moments, the promotions, the milestones, the victories. But what about the quiet moments of perseverance? What about the days when you showed up despite doubt, fear, or exhaustion? These are the moments that shape you. They are the threads that weave the tapestry of your life, and they deserve your honor and appreciation. Think about the struggles you've faced. Every obstacle you've overcome has added a layer of strength to your character. The times you failed taught you resilience and the courage to try again. The times you succeeded taught you the rewards of effort and dedication. Every twist and turn of your journey has been a teacher, preparing you for what lies ahead. To dismiss your journey is to dismiss these valuable lessons. Reverence for your journey also means letting go of comparison. It's tempting to measure your progress against others, to feel inadequate when someone seems further ahead. But no two journeys are the same. Your path is uniquely yours, designed to teach you what you need to learn and to take you where you need to go. Comparing your journey to someone else's diminishes its significance. Instead of looking outward, focus on the beauty and meaning of your own experiences. When you honor your journey, you also learn to trust it. Life often unfolds in ways we can't predict. There may be detours, delays, and disappointments that make you question whether you're on the right path. But every step has a purpose, even if it's not immediately clear. The detours might lead you to unexpected opportunities. The delays might give you the time to develop the skills or perspective you need. Trusting your journey means believing that everything is working for your good, even when it doesn't feel that way. Respecting your journey also involves celebrating progress, no matter how small. It's easy to get caught up in what you haven't achieved yet, but every step forward is worth acknowledging. Did you take a single step toward your goal today? Did you learn something new? Did you get back up after a setback? These moments are victories, and they deserve your recognition. By celebrating your progress, you cultivate gratitude and build momentum for the road ahead. Reverence for your journey isn't just about looking back, it's also about being present. So often we live in a state of when I get the promotion, when I lose the weight, when I achieve the goal, then I'll feel proud or happy. But the truth is, the journey itself is where life happens. It's in the daily grind, the small wins, and even the challenges that you find purpose and joy. By being fully present in your journey, you allow yourself to experience its richness and meaning. Honoring your journey means being kind to yourself along the way. Self-compassion is an essential part of reverence. There will be days when you stumble, when things don't go as planned, or when you feel like you're not enough. On these days, remind yourself that you're human. Your worth is not determined by your speed or your outcomes, but by the effort you put in and the lessons you carry forward. Your journey is your story, and every story deserves to be told with reverence. It's a testament to your courage, persistence, and ability to grow through adversity. No one else can walk your path, and no one else can walk your path, and no one else can experience your triumphs and trials in the same way. That makes your journey not only unique, but also sacred. So pause for a moment, reflect on how far you've come, not just in distance, but in growth. Take time to appreciate the road you've traveled and the person you've become along the way. Show gratitude for the experiences that have shaped you and for the strength that keeps you moving forward. Your journey deserves reverence because it is the foundation of who you are and who you are becoming. Treat it with the respect it deserves, and you'll find that even the toughest parts of the road hold a beauty that's worth cherishing. In this journey of life, your path is sacred, your vision is unique, and your purpose is profound. Every step you take, every choice you make, and every action you commit to shapes the life you're building. This is why it is so vital to guard your dreams, honor your process, and move with intention. When you protect your work before it's ready, you give it the time and space to grow strong. When you seek validation from within, you build a foundation of self-worth that no external force can shake. When you embrace the silence, momentum becomes your ally, allowing your efforts to flourish without interference. By recognizing that not everyone will understand your vision, you free yourself from the need for external approval and remain true to your purpose. When you let your actions speak louder than words, you communicate your dedication and authenticity without ever needing to justify yourself. And finally, when you hear your dreams, you acknowledge that you and trust the process of all you meant to be. So keep your head down in your heart. Protect your plans, nurture your progress, and trust in your power to turn your dreams into reality. Remember that your journey is yours alone, and it is deserving of respect and reverence. Let your actions pave the way, and let your results be the voice that speaks on your behalf. The world doesn't need promises, it needs proof. And you, with your quiet determination and unwavering focus, are the living proof of what's possible. Never feel the need to tell people what you do, show them what you accomplish. Let your life be a testament to the power of intention, discipline, and grace. In the end, you don't need to shout your worth or explain your journey. The strength of your actions, the clarity of your vision, and the beauty of your results will tell the story for you. Keep moving forward in faith and let your success speak the loudest.